Well, unfortunately, I think today is the day, y'all. According to what my YouTube gardening friend would say, broke farmer, this one is going to the upper room. I love it. It's been tasty. Next year I might not plant tomatoes this small. It's been good. I appreciate it. I'm thankful for it. I'm a small gardener, y'all. I want this space. So I pulled off all of the red or the blushing tomatoes, but there's still a lot more on here. What I'm gonna do is just leave this laying here for a few more days, and I'll keep watering the root here, and I just might get some more ripe tomatoes off of this plant. So look what I got to work with now, y'all. Another 4 or maybe up to 6 square feet to plant for fall. And look at this beautiful squash plant. Actually, I'm not sure if it's a winter squash or a zucchini, but I planted it late. I hadn't had much luck this year, and look at that. I will be able to redeem my garden with some squash. And look at this baby back here. This Napa cabbage is showing out. It's so beautiful, and it's growing so quickly. I think I'm gonna have to hit it with some BT. It's just too lovely. If I think she's pretty, I know other pests think she's pretty too. And they gonna be hitting her up. So I'm gonna try to protect her as much as I can. This Charlie Brown big boy tomato plant bush, I almost gave up on. I transplanted it, I moved it around, the heat was killing her. She looked bad, but I let her hang on. Look at that. Here. And one just kind of drooping and hanging down here into the peppers. I've got about 3 eggplant bushes out here that are performing wonderfully. This one has about 4 on it. This is the 3rd one. Actually, I have about 4 plants. This is the 3rd one. And this is the 4th one back here. Here's my okra over here. Hey, take a look at that. Ooh, Nana, look what you done started. Ooh, Nana. I'm lying. This okra ain't started nothing. I got 1 okra. 1. And every once in a while, this beautiful flower opens up about once a week. I don't know where it is right now. All right, I'm out here just a couple of days later, and look at the okra. There she is flexing, and in all her glorious beauty right here. This flower opens up about once a week. I have another okra plant. This one's in ground, and I was watering today, and I didn't see these yesterday. I'm gonna go ahead and take those. I think I need a snipping tool for this. And I don't know what I'm gonna do with these blueberries, y'all. I got a few blueberries off of the one over there in the green pot. They were all very small. The birds ate them mostly. I think there were a couple different blueberry plants in there. I read where they should be cross-pollinated. And then I just picked this one up on sale recently. It's a, what does that say? I don't have my glasses on. Y'all read it. But anyway, I'll put them in the greenhouse maybe over the winter and cover them real good and Maybe they'll come back strong next year. And here's that little mustard green patch. Mustard seeds showing out. Now, you know I went a little crazy. You can tell it's overseeded. But I'll go through and thin this out in a week or two and move these mustards around. I would like an abundance of mustards throughout the fall. I think we'll have them. Wow, guess what? I had to look hard. I had to dig deep. But I see some names. Finally. I don't know, should I pick these? Are they ready? They're pretty long. I'm gonna go ahead and pick them. They look real skinny. There's been a transition. There's been a turnabout. There's been a turnaround. I just pulled these off. Wow, I'm excited. Finally. I'm greedy. I want some more. Where they at? 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 Guess I'll just wait. They shouldn't be that hard to find. Oop, oop, oop. I found a couple more. But you know what? They are long and super skinny. They need a little more girth on them. I'll give them a few more days. I'm standing right here, and I just had a squirrel jump here, run full speed all the way across, right here, right in front of me, da-dun, 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 and jumped into that tree right there. Sounded like a horse galloping across here, right in front of my face. Well, I guess I'm the squirrel whisperer too. I was trying to capture something falling out of these trees so you could hear it. But the squirrels run around up in these trees, and sometimes when the wind blows strong, there'd be all kinds of hard-hitting stuff falling out these trees and hitting the ground. Pow! And that's my little greenhouse over there. I spend a lot of time over there. I might have to keep a hard hat on while I'm working over there. Oh, I almost dropped the camera, y'all. I heard something like a rock coming down out of the tree. I don't know if they're acorns or what, sticks, but stuff be falling. But I tell you what, I can still run with my 60-year-old self. My friends will tell you, I was a track runner. I went to Long Beach Poly. This is your girl running AAU when I was about 12 or 13 years old. Look at those times. But I'll tell you what, when there's a clear and present danger, I know how to get up out of here. My feet won't fail me now. My legs might fail me tomorrow after the danger's over. But for now. So this is another side of the backyard that gets some good south-facing sun or sunshine. And so the captain never allowed me to plant my garden over here before, but he wanted some corn, so this was a good place for the corn. And as you know, the corn didn't do so well. So I pulled it up, and in its place, planted some squash. Planted a couple of squash bushes, and they're starting to take off. You know what they say. Give a gardener an inch, and the gardener's gonna take a mile. That's what I did. Let's get these. Take them in the house. I don't know where that little bitty red one came from. So that's my little tomato and pepper haul. Just for taking a quick walk around in the morning. Not bad. Some of these tomatoes gotta ripen up a bit, but it's gonna happen. So just a couple of days ago, I told you about these leaves, right? I told you it was gonna be on. Well, here we go. It's very chaotic with all these trees. A couple of months of sheer leaf madness. Just trying to keep it under control. It's just getting started, believe it or not. And finally, I think we're getting some poblanos here. I was beginning to question myself if I even planted any. I know I started some, but as I told you, I haven't been labeling properly. But I think these are poblano. Today's the day, y'all. I feel bad. I need to get this out and put together another raised bed to go in this spot so I can start capturing a lot of these leaves. The leaves are coming down quickly now, and I want to use those leaves in my raised garden beds. So I'm a small time gardener, small backyard. I've had to start shifting my garden vegetables from this side over this side and maximize my space for planting. And I've been planting on this side for the fall garden and preparing this side for next spring. I held on to this as long as I could, and it's just really not producing, and I need the space. There's my dog Spot. As I look, I don't see any beans. I saw about 3 the other day, but I'm not seeing any beans. On with the next plan. Hey Ben, what are you doing? Took so long to grow. It was so beautiful. It's so easy to tear down. So this is the arch. I'm going to move it to a different spot for next year. So now this spot will get all cleaned up and a new raised bed will go there. So what we're going to do, and I'll come back and I'll show you later, but this archway will go in this spot right here for the next season. This is sort of what it'll look like for next year, minus the tomato plants. Those will come up. So last, but definitely not least, well, we came back and harvested all these because I wanted to make eggplant parmesan this weekend. So I'm hoping that they're right and ready. Aren't those beautiful? I brought my granddaughter out here so we could cut jalapeno peppers, but I'm not seeing a whole bunch. All right, so let's get a few of these peppers here. Let's see how many peppers we can get in a basket. Get this one right here. Can you get that one? Take your clippers and clip it.
Want me to film this stuff?
Right there, yeah, and then put it in the basket. Don't clip the pepper, just the stem.
It could be this one.
Yeah, what about that one right there?
Which one?
The one she has a hand on right there.
Oh, it fell off. Well, get it.
Oh. That's convenient.
Okay, so
There are tons of habaneros on this bush.
let's see. These.
Flip it over. Flip it over. Unlock it. Okay.
Right.
Lock it back.
Watch your fingers.
Okay, and then flip it back around. There you go.
So these show purple. This is one that I labeled. Can you believe it? It shows purple jalapeno. I don't know what that means actually.
Yeah, maybe it's a purple jalapeno.
But, and these look like more jalapenos, but they're small. So, we're not going to mess with those. This is called an amaranth. They go very nicely in flower arrangements.
Yeah, and it seems like they're turning the leaves a different color too.
Mm-hmm. Aren't they pretty though? Can you see this with some flowers in a vase? Very pretty. So we're going to let them get a little bit longer, a little bit fuller, and then we're probably going to clip them.
What are these?
This is a moringa tree. This is actually a tree. But it's not going to live through the winter here in our area. So I'm just cutting off the leaves and making tea leaves out of it. Back to the jalapenos. I think we did all the damage we could do. We're going to keep moving on. Stay tuned. Like, comment, subscribe.